for everything, for your likes, shares. Oh God, I'm sorry, I'm doing it. For your likes, shares, and subscribe. I'm just loving all my new subscribers. I appreciate and love you guys. Guys, I'm coming on because I was debating. I was supposed to be coming on for my $10 readings, but I guess I'll do that next. But depending upon what you guys say in this reading. But I wanted to come on and do a collective reading because I was sitting here and I was just meditating and thinking. I had a really, really rough day today at work. Um, as you guys know, when I'm after I move, I'm going to start working from home. Guys, it's so much evil in this world. Just in the past week, it's so many people have died. It's like, dang. It's like it's not even, it's so normal. It's like, when do we normalize death? Death feels so normal now. Like, okay, because it's so prevalent. It's like, oh my God, 1 minute somebody here, 1 minute they're gone. And that's how I lived my life. Because at a young age, I've seen a lot. You know? And guys, you deserve to be loved. That's my title. That's the whole point of me coming on here. Don't let anybody put their views and the way they live in your mindset to normalize it's okay to however they want you to be with them because they're unhealed. You have to recognize that, collective. When you go out here in this world, sometimes we do things that we regret, or sometimes we do things and we think, okay, I'm gonna give this person a chance. It's no such thing because the opposite person is still going to be thinking the way they want to think. Keep your boundaries. Keep your integrity. My sissy was telling me, Shay Shay, make a person date you. I'm going to tell you something. Whether if they date you or you have sex with them on the first day or the third day or the fourth day, however it goes, it doesn't fucking matter. Because that person has on his or her mind what they're going to do the day they meet you. I will tell you guys, get out of your emotion. And it is extremely hard to do that. Because it's not like we're a Power Ranger. Like we're going to wear a cloak and dagger or we're going to wear a shield, bulletproof vest and I dare you to love me or I dare to be loved. You don't think of shit like that. You think, okay, I'm going to put my best foot forward and I'm just gonna be authentic and show this person all the love that I have in me. And we think that's enough. Apparently it's not. And I think it's really sad that we have succumbed to things like being single in our older years, putting up with abusive men, no matter how they're abusive, may it be emotionally, mentally, physically. How we making excuses for bad people, for bad humans. That's why it's so many unhealed, broken people walking around here. And To have people that has been married for years is a rarity. It's very rare. Hell, to have people living longer than 50 is a rarity. But guys, I wanted to just come on and say that, to talk about that, because it's just like, why do people hold back from loving someone? I'm still trying to wrap my brain around that. They say that they go through all these things, or they say that people do all these things to them. But why, when they meet someone that's giving them authenticity and love, they don't want it? That is the craziest shit to me. Or even, let's say you're in a committed relationship and they still out there doing their thing, and they're not even grateful for, for something as small as a good morning. And why, when you get with someone, they always think that the grass is greener on the other side? I think that's so sad. They always think they can get better. They live in their ego. They don't see what's really in front of them. Well, I'm here to tell you, life is too short. And I don't regret the things I've done in the past, because that's what made me who I am here now in the future. But it does make me think what my next moves will be moving forward. And it does have an impact on whatever decisions that I make moving forward. You know, guys, when a lot of people get hurt, what they do, they hold all the hurt in. They don't even try and heal. They hold all that hurt in. And then the next day, they're getting into another relationship without even being healed. And then they wonder, why does this keep happening to me? Because you have to allow yourself time to heal. And when you allow yourself time to heal, guys, it's a lot of things that's going to run through your mind. Why did I do this? Why did I allow this? Why did I allow that? That's a part of your healing phase. It's levels to that shit. And this is another one that I love. I just love this one. When they date you, and when they having sex with you and probably having sex with other people, and then they choose someone else over you, that's an unhealthy relationship as well. Because how can you be having sex with 3 or 4 people and you over here getting to know this other person? That person's still being cheated, and you a sick fuck if you don't think different. You're building on a faulty foundation, but yet you think you're winning. Guys, it's a sad world out here. It really is. And then what get me is these men that supposed to have all this, what I want to say. They supposed to have all this self-respect, and oh, I'm this type of man, and man, go somewhere with that. I'm serious. I just think it's really sad, guys. I do. Do not give up on love, collective. Do not. Do not give up on love. Don't. No matter how times get, always trust in God. And always trust in God and your ancestors, and just trust in God that He's going to lead you the right direction. No matter how tough, how deep the situation get, trust that God already knows your path. And you know what I love about God? He already prepares you before the situation even occurs. And if you're really paying attention, you'll see like, man, this is why I met this person. And that is why this person talked to me the other day. Because God is already planning to remove you out of certain situations. My poor baby, my daughter's before God today. She used to say, Mom, why do you care so much? Don't you know nobody give a fuck? Excuse me, YouTube. But you know what? She was right. She was absolutely right. Mom, dog these niggas out. And I used to say, no, you too goddamn nice. You know what? She was telling me right. And you know what's crazy? I said, where are you getting all this from? She said, bitch, you the one taught me. Now that's food for thought. I said, you're out of line for that one. But it was the truth. But guys, my baby son, I always tell him, don't let your heart get you in trouble. He's such a sweet guy. Really sweet young man. And everybody always says how he looks like me and how he acts like me. And I used to be so afraid for him because he has such a good heart and he's such a good person, you know. And I'm like, I was just talking to him earlier and I was like, please be careful out here because it's so much evil in the world. And no matter how much you show love, I just had this conversation with God. God, you telling me I have to show the people that you still exist. I have to show the people that love is real and love really do exist. But when you're showing that to people, they always think you have an end game or you may be up to something or you're only doing this because you think that you're going to get a relationship with me. No, every move is not a calculated move. You have to read the person. Every move I ever made with anybody, the Holy Spirit told me to do it. From giving them a gift, may it have been something small or something big. The Holy Spirit put it on my mind. Shay Shay, do this. Shay Shay, do that. That's for real. Only to make yourself look like an ass. This is where I tell you guys my calling is real. And for the ones that say they're chosen, that's a tough life. Because you run the risk of people thinking you're desperate. You run the risk of people thinking you're needy. Guys, I have to drink my water. And I think that's the saddest shit. Because in hindsight, I'm like, I see that you're broken. I see that you're not healed. I see that you have not released the last relationship because the Holy Spirit showed me all of that. But God tells me this is the task that I have to take on. I'm like that little boy on TikTok. Bullshit. Guys, all I'm saying, this is a tough world. I went on TikTok the other day. You know, I scroll the internet before I go to sleep. Mm, excuse me. And I seen these African American women on there. It was such a sad moment. But they were all happy. They were saying how they built a website for women that's over 50, that's single, and that prefer to be single because it's so much to deal with these men nowadays. All they think about is sex, 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 sex. They don't want to take you out. They don't want to give you a rose. And my motto is, you can get a rose from a damn gas station for $1, maybe $2 now. But see, that's a level up. You're not committed, so they don't do that with you. Oh, they got some real serious games. Well, they call it games, but I call it bullshit. You know, you can't treat these people like you treated people back in the day. My sister always tells me, when you make them pay for sex, Sharon, they're going to have a whole nother respect for you. It's not funny, but I think she's right. It's sad, but I think she's right. Not telling nobody to go prostitute themselves, but I'm just speaking out loud, you know? All I can tell you guys is to stay out of your emotions. You know, I had a friend years ago that used to tell me, get out of your emotions. I used to get so upset with her because I'm like, aren't we human? Isn't being human, you have human emotions? How do you actually get out of your emotions? And I'm telling you guys to think logically of a situation instead of being in your emotions. I thought I would never say that because you put yourself in such a vulnerable state to be hurt on a whole nother level. And you have to be ready for that hurt because that hurt stings, you know? Being brokenhearted is not good. That's not for the weak. And at one point, what point are you going to pull yourself back and get back to reality and say this person does not give a damn, have never gave a damn, and I don't see this person even giving a damn moving forward. See what they do now, they don't want to be what we call the bad guy. That's why they friend zone you, because they don't want to tell you they don't want you after getting everything up out of you, because they don't want it to be said that you were just a fuck. See what I'm saying? Guys, run real fast or some shit like that. That's a bad energy. And you'll be locked into that situation like you buying a car. I'm not kidding you. Next 5 or 6 years, you still be doing the same shit. When I tell you that's like being on a hamster wheel. But I've heard on the flip side that even if they date you, I've heard some people tell me they they have dated them and they have went on dates and did all this shit and the person still leave. So I guess there's no rule book to this dating stuff, guys. But all I can tell you is always be mindful of people's actions, vices they words. Okay? And try not to stay in your emotions so deep to where you can't see before you what's really truthfully going on. You know, when you first meet somebody, especially if you how I want to say that, especially if you are very attracted, highly attracted to the person, and the person is to you, it's hard not to feel like, oh, this, you feel like a kid again. You have butterflies in your stomach, but for me, it's a rarity for me. I've never gotten that but with one person in my whole life, and it wasn't even my ex-husband. That's sad. But when you get those type of feelings, guys, it's hard to push it back and say, oh man, let me stop myself from feeling this way. You can't. Because again, those are human emotions. No matter how hard you try, you're like, dang, why can't I get rid of this person? Why am I feeling this way? There is a such thing as love at first sight, guys. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. But I just wanted to come on and tell you guys that you deserve to be loved. I deserve to be loved. Anybody deserves to be loved. Don't let nobody tell you different. No matter how long you have to wait on it, it's better than an empty fuck. Because how long are you going to allow someone to come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? You know, I listen to these tarot readings and I hear them say, well, this person, he comes back and forth, back and forth. It's not funny. And when this person coming back and forth, I know why you guys doing it, allowing it. Because you're like, well, in order to get a little emotional feeling from a man or from a woman, whatever you guys like, I'm gonna let them just come over, we have sex, and you know, at least I'm gonna see him. Don't do that. Don't even do that to yourself. That's like having a piece of cake and you know damn well you don't need it. Then after you eat the cake and the cake is gone, and you're like, damn, why did I do that? Then you get on the scale and you say, damn, I'm back at square one. And then you wonder down the line, why am I not losing weight? Because you're not disciplined. You see where I'm going with this? When you allow a person to do certain things, it's because you love them. But that person that's doing it, they can care less. Because they have chosen their life. That is what living is for them. Think about it. When you lay in bed after having sex with a person, they don't touch you, they don't kiss you. Then they say, oop, gotta go. Focus on having healthy relationship, guys. Then you get so locked in, you probably like, well, okay, I'm just gonna deal with this, and that's doing nothing but tearing you down and hurting you worse, making you look desperate, and they'll never have the respect that you deserve that will come from them. But you're doing it for love. But that's not how they perceive that. I used to tell my ex-husband, how do you love me? When you have all these different women that you sleep with, he was an Aries. I'm going to tell you something. Well, he is an Aries. And I'm going to tell you something. He's the most twisted fuck I've ever met in my life. But at least he's an honest twisted fuck. Because you know what he told me, guys? He's saying, I don't care about these bitches. It's not funny. You will always be the one that will get my money, everything. I'm just fucking them. He told me that years ago. I was like, man, I gotta get the hell out of here. This is crazy. This is really crazy. But this man said that years later, only to find out after I matured that he didn't love me or those women because he didn't love his damn self. Because think about it. If a person has multiple women and they dealing with all these different energies, guys, think about what I'm saying. First of all, they creating all type of bad soul ties. That's first of all. And then with you sleeping with them, guess what? They're bringing all those bad energies to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then they're entertaining all these different people. What's gonna make you stand out to where they give a damn about you? Your feelings is being played with. They're not gonna take you serious. And then guess what? You're stuck picking up your own pieces of your heart. However many little pieces that is shattered in. When they may go off and marry Sally Sue or treat her better than what they treat you. It's sad. Only to know Sally Sue is not a winner either. Woo, guys. After I move off this job, I really have some tea for you guys. I had such a crazy day today. I can't say anything until I move off this job. And when I do, I may go to 300,000. My video may go viral. I'm not kidding you. The shit that I endure on a daily. And I'm innocent. Not that I'm playing innocent, I'm extremely innocent. I called my best friend today and she was like, Shay Shay, she was really hurt. And I said, man, you guys don't even have a clue. And I still find reason to smile. But you know what? If if it was somebody else that was hurting, I'll run to their rescue. And see, that's when you want that male companionship for the ones that deal with men, or if you deal with women, you know. But that's when you want that masculine companionship and say, babe, I had a bad day today. People say Aquarius people are not emotional. We're very sensitive people. And we're good lovers, meaning not just sexual, but when we love you, we love you. You want somebody that you can come. I was telling my little sister today, she called me. And she was like, Shay Shay, so many people are dying and these people going overseas and they think it's funny to get in this water and they don't know how these beaches are. I say, I've seen that all my life. When, excuse me guys, when we were military, I used to see so many people get killed on the daily. because they just did stupid shit. They go overseas thinking, oh, I'm going to this place and mess around and do some dumb shit and kill themselves, drown in the water. Riptides ain't no joke. Most people don't die from a riptide because you have to know how to really, really swim when you go out there. And I was telling her, I said, you know what? I said, I know people that travels all over the world and they just love to travel. You know, I have a sister like that, and I hear people say that. And it's nothing wrong with travel. But to me, that's like an empty fuck. But that's just my opinion. This late in the game in my life, guys, all I want is companionship to come home to a serene, peaceful house. I don't want to be in a club. I don't want to be in those streets partying. Hell, I don't even want to eat that nasty ass food that you spent all that money on just to go out to eat. I told her, you know, the best vacation you can ever possibly have is being with your husband or the one you committed to. You come home, that person, you guys cuddle up, eat together, cook together. Just be in peace, just loving on each other. It doesn't have to always be sex. That's the best life you can manifest for yourself. Not all the fancy cars, not all the fancy jewelry, not all the fancy clothes. Having someone that love you for you, that love you through all your complications, that love you through all your imperfections, because we all have imperfections. To love you if you're broke, if you're rich. Just someone to wake up and say, damn, Shay Shay, I love you today just for being you. I was talking to her today about that. It's no airplane ride to no state or city or country will fulfill me the way that would. And I have such a huge light to where demons pick up on. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you a lot of clarity in in the upcoming months. These demons are regular humans walking around. I told my friend, I say, why am I so hated? I'm hated on the job. I'm like, God damn, I'm really hated, guys, and I have not done a thing to anybody. On God, on my children, I have not done anything but try to be a good human being. Then the Holy Spirit tells me, Shay Shay, when I carry the light that I carry, I'm such a good person. This is what you go through. And this too shall pass. But yeah, guys, I didn't come over on here to make it all sad and dreary, but I just wanted to talk to you guys. I was going to pull some cards, but I'm like, my son. But guys, I love you, and I'm going to talk to you in the next video, okay?